Hey, so I received a message in my email yesterday, from somebody else who was dealing with depression and had some questions about my experiences with medication and just the overall way that I deal with the realities of being clinically depressed. And so I wrote them back and responded to their questions, but I also said that I would make this video. And what I've decided to do is to every day record a video just basically talking about my personal experiences with dealing with the depression and what I've been doing. So today, basically I'm just going to touch on some of the questions that they asked, or more along the lines of the spirit of the questions they asked, because I don't have the questions in front of me. But one of the concerns that they had was about the effects of medication, and what I basically said was that there's a sort of a misunderstanding about the way that medication works. It's not a narcotic. It's not. When you think drugs, you think of something that affects you in a very specific way. Like, for example, if you take NyQuil, it makes you sleepy, or if you take cocaine, it makes you hyper, or whatever. But when it comes to the medication that I'm on, and I would think the medication other people would get, I'm sure there are going to be side effects, because all prescription medication has side effects. Some of it's minor, some of it's major. But beyond that, what I've experienced is that all it's done is it's sort of changed the intensity and allotment of the depression that I deal with. I'm still adjusting to the medication I'm on now. It's called Cymbalta. I was on Wellbutrin for a while, so I'm still waiting for it to even out. I was told it would take up to 3 weeks. I think I'm on week number 2. I'm not exactly sure how long I've been on it, but I can say that the minor bouts of depression that come up, the small, the little ones that nibble at you regularly, have been dispersed or minimized to a point where it's not noticeable, or at least regularly noticeable as it was before. And the major stuff, that I'm still sort of waiting for it to even out. I can say that I do feel a little better, but not completely 100% go get 'em better. I'm still iffy in some places, and I still feel anxiety, and I still feel fear, just on a lower level than I had before. So I'm hoping that this is a good thing. Now, the thing I can say for anybody out there that is considering medication is, if you have insurance, or if you can get insurance, because the cost of medication is insane. I am unemployed currently, and being unemployed means I don't have any insurance. Now, I could have got Cobra, which is this sort of intermediate insurance that you can get when you're unemployed, but the problem is that it's expensive as hell. I don't have the money that it would take to pay the monthly fee to get Cobra, but if I did get Cobra, then it would help reduce the cost of the medications. My medications that I need to take cost me $2,500 a month, and I don't have $2,500 a month, so I didn't get all the medications I needed. I was only able to get half of them. I ended up scrounging together the $550 it costs for just the Cymbalta, but the Abilify, which is the other stuff that I am supposed to be taking, I can't afford. So if you have insurance, or you have the ability to get insurance, I would suggest doing that first, because it'll really reduce the cost of the medication. It's a little insane how much it costs just to be able to try and take care of myself. Lucky for me, the psychiatrist that I am currently seeing, who I have to pay cash to see, and lucky for me, I'm only seeing her once a month, gave me some samples of the Abilify, so I do still have it, but I'm running out. So yeah, it's just one of the realities of living in the United States. The cost of medication is fucking crazy. Um, so that's a little rambling way of answering that question, is that the drugs themselves don't actually change you. You don't, at least in my experience, they don't change you. So taking them is not going to be that big a difference. One of the other concerns was that, and this is something that I felt, something that I've been, one of the reasons why I didn't want to take medication. I've been unmedicated for over 30 years. And it's just recently, within the last 7 or 8 months, that I started to pursue medication as an option, because I just was so tired of feeling like shit all the time. It's the only reason why I've submitted myself to it, was because of the fact that the regular feelings of depression and anxiety and just everything was just more than I really wanted to deal with anymore. I was just tired of it. But one of the concerns that he had was the feeling that, this is a quick fix. You pop a pill. Whenever you're feeling bad, you pop a pill. And that's not the way this works. It's not the way that this medication works. You take the medication preemptively. You take it in the morning and then let it, if it's an extended release version, which is what I use, then it regulates. It's not a quick fix. It's something that's supposed to help fix the malfunctioning synapses in your brain. You're not taking it like a Xanax. Where you're trying to, it's because those are the kind of pills that are specifically designed for release of anxiety. So of course you're supposed to take it at the moment that you're feeling stressed or whatever. But it's not the same for antidepressants. You take them as you would take vitamins. Take it in the morning, and then the effects happen throughout the day. And then, like me, I have to take another one at night, and then I go to bed. And that's another thing that I'm dealing with as well, is depression sleeping, where in the middle of the day I'll get tired and I just want to lay down. Depression does that. It like any sort of injury or any sort of damage, your body is trying to recoup from it, and it takes energy, so it wears you out. Not to mention the fact that just being in a depressive state, you just want to lay down. You don't want to deal with life. You can't deal with life. You just want to stop. And I've been doing that for a while, more so recently than in the past, but still, in the middle of the day, I'll take a 3-hour nap. And because I'm unemployed, it makes it easier to take a 3-hour nap. If I'm busy doing stuff, I can sort of power through it, but normally I'll just fall asleep, lay there, toss and turn for a while, and then eventually fall asleep for an hour or two. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to completely diverge from it. Another concern that he had was his concern about how it would affect his potential employment search. Now, seeing a psychiatrist or seeing a therapist, that's not any of the business of the company that's potentially hiring you. They legally cannot ask you that stuff, and you're not legally required to tell them. That's a personal medical condition. It's simply just a matter of that. It's covered under the law. So unless you're feeling a little bit, open and feel confident enough to talk about it with your potential employer, then I would suggest just keeping it to yourself. It's really something, if it's not going to stop you from doing the job, then there's no reason why that they should know about it. And I've been depressed a long time, and I've worked a bunch of different jobs, and it's never stopped me. It's affected my performance in some regards, but it hasn't stopped me from doing the work. So I would think that you should probably keep that to yourself, only because, like I said, it's really none of their business. It's nothing that they need to be concerned with at all, because it shouldn't affect the way that you perform. And I think that pretty much just covers some of the questions that he asked. I'm sure there were some more that, like I said, I don't have the questions in front of me, otherwise I'd be able to be a bit more specific. But it was suggested to me by a friend that I make these videos, that I record my experiences and my perspective, because there may be other people out there like this gentleman who contacted me that would like to hear from somebody else who's going through it. The only thing I can say is that, just keep going. Believe me, when it comes to how hard things are, I understand, but the only thing you can do is just keep going. There's too much going on in life to not at least try, So that's it for me. If you guys have any questions, feel free to comment. You can send me a PM, and I'm happy to answer any questions that you have. If you need somebody to talk to, somebody to just touch base with that understands what you're going through. Hey man, I'm here for you. Alright, well I guess that's pretty much it. I'll record another one of these tomorrow. I have no idea what I'll say, but that's pretty much what's going on. So I hope you're all doing okay. I hope that you're able to deal with this, and I hope that you're able to get the help that you need to be able to survive this and move forward. So until next time.